Hi, my name is Audrey Mwala. I'm a founder of Sycamore Concert Limited. Today, we're going to talk about investments. Particularly, I want us to talk about investments on the stock exchange, and we will focus on shares. What is a share? A share is a portion of ownership of a company that one attains because they have bought a number of units of that organization. A company is comprised of so many units that are divided according to how the company was set up, and the number of units that one gets will give them a right to a certain percentage of that company, and it also gives them the right to voice their control or to just do what they can do as if that company was their own personal company. But it all depends on how much you are owning in that company. For one to become a shareholder, it means you have to take money and buy the shares on the stock exchange through a stockbroker. And once you buy the shares, you have the advantage of now becoming an owner. As an owner of the organization, you will be entitled to the profits of the organization. So you get them in a form of dividends. Sometimes you get them once a year, depending on the company. There are some companies that are going to give you twice a year, semi-annual. You also benefit by having capital gains, the value appreciation of your shares. When you buy your shares and you hold on for a long period of time, you are likely going to benefit. The value of your shares can even go up 100%. But it requires you to wait and hold on for a long time. But along the way, you'll still be getting the dividend, especially if the company is in good health. When you buy a share, you also benefit from knowing about that particular company. You are entitled to receive reports, and you are also entitled to attend the general meetings, which are called annual general meetings of the company. When you have a shareholding in a particular company, you also have other advantages where you can use the portion of your shares as collateral if you are securing a credit facility. So you can take that share certificate and give it to an institution that can give you financing. The good thing about having a share is about having shares in a company is also that in the event that you would like to have access to money, you can liquidate your shares. The stock exchange provides a market where you can sell your shares or you can even buy more. So when you need money, you can just go through your stockbroker to sell the shares and you're good to go. You'll be able to have the cash that you're looking for. Shares are a great way of wealth creation. A lot of people, like Warren Buffett, has made massive wealth from investing on the stock exchange. But the secret is to invest for a long time. In addition, you also have to invest continuously as a habit. You have to make sure that you love investing. And if you do that consistently, you're going to love the results that you're going to reap 10, 20 years from this day you started investing. Obviously, investing on the stock exchange carries with it some risks. And one way for you to mitigate the risks is to ensure that when you invest, you are diversifying your portfolio. So the risk of investing on the stock exchange is that prices will tumble. They will go up and down along the way. But most of the time, people that have been investing on the stock exchange for a long time, they will not worry about such swings. They know that that's what happens. But eventually, the trajectory of the price of shares usually goes up. So you're going to have these upward and downward swings, but then the trajectory is an upward one. So you need to just be patient and wait for the wave to go, and you keep on riding. So, but then one of the ways in which you can ensure that you minimize the impact of the losses is to ensure that you are well diversified by investing in many counters as wide as possible. So usually what happens is when one share is going up, another one will be going down, and eventually, on average, if you've bought a number of shares, maybe different counters, maybe it's 8 or 9, they will compensate, and eventually you end up winning all the time. So shares can be bought, and make sure that when you're buying, you are also strategic by diversifying. How to buy shares is simple. You go to a stockbroker and you just give them the money. You can decide the shares that you want to buy, but you can also ask them for advice. They can also advise you on where the shares are available by looking at their books. They will show you which shares are selling, which ones people are buying, and you will be able to be given the right advice that you can use for investing on the stock exchange. When you invest on the stock exchange, you always have to remember that it is not a short-term investment. So when you're going in there, you need to make sure you're using money that you don't need tomorrow. The benefit of investing on the stock exchange comes long-term, but the results are sure, it will always come. You also have to remember that by investing on the stock exchange, you are creating wealth. So wealth creation is not an overnight process. You have to wait for a long time. You have to wait sometimes for 5 years, 10 years before you can see the real benefit of your shares. But one thing I can guarantee you is that you always win when you invest on the stock exchange for a very long time. Until next time, thank you for watching, and please click our like button. If you're new to this channel, subscribe. Until next time, have a good day.